Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting edition of Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. Today, I thought we would take a ride in the Wayback Machine and we will read Marvel Comics Group Marvel Goes Mad. Crazy, number 1, 20 cents back in February of 1972 by Stan the Man Lee and Greg Friedrich. The Forbush Man. As usual, if you're interested in this book, it is available on my eBay webpage, papas-comic-books. All right, let's see if we can get into this book and get it done. All right, X-Men, the most unusual fighting team of all time. Beware the Forbush Man, my son. Guest starring Magneto, the Toadstool, the Scarlet Wench, Slick Silver, and a cast of thousands. Nutty Note Department, hey, just for kicks, let's start our Batty book-length story smack dab in the middle, and then work back from there. Okay? Then ready, set, go. Sorry about that, Beastly. I just washed my visor, and I can't do a thing with it. Visor? And all the time I thought you were a die-hard 3D movie buff. You're making with apologies when the dangerous room is clobbering us even worse than usual. Face it, Angel Face, nothing's worked around here since Professor X went to that big comic mag in the sky. Even your wings are molting. Sheesh, talk about beating the others' cold. This tears it. We got to find somebody who can redesign all those gizmos. Somebody who can fix the dangerous room so it won't be dangerous anymore. Take an air, Marble Girl. Anything you say, Cyclops. How do you spell wanted? That very same evening, shortly after the Daily Bagel hit the stands. Gosh, I sure hope I can join the X-Men. Egads, Toadstool, looks like the X-Men are recruiting. If this doesn't work out, I'll have to apply as the Fantastical Four's babysitter. Don't worry, Master. They don't have a 6-month active duty clause like us. But before the new member can be sworn in or at, look, on your old-fashioned round-color TV screen, it's some sort of sinister, menacing, threatening figures. And worst of all, they're preempting the Flying Nun. It's Magneto and the Toadstool. And they're right outside the door, which means sock it to 'em, Forby baby. Sometimes I wonder if these supergroups just want me for my lovable self. Oh well, stand back, vile villains, or I'll be forced to cause you bodily harm, or maybe even hurt you. Sheesh, Marble, must be getting hard up for heroes. Hang loose, Master. I'll use my Mickey Mantle swatteroo on him. I always figure I'll get by with a little help from my friends, Toadstool, but he tripped. As I swung at him. Maybe I should have answered that ad to join the Dodge Rebellion instead of X-Men. But you're still insulting my honor, and what's more, you've made me mad. You take another step and I'll do something drastic, like maybe give you warts. And to think all I wanted to do was beat the Meshugana mutants. And Slick Silver shall see that you do. Good timing, Slicky. I just wish you'd make up your mind whose side you're on. Maybe I ought to go back to being a converted prince. Protect me, Master. I'm outmanned, outgunned, and I just plain chicken. So take your troubles to the Supervillains Union. I got problems of my own. Namely, I can't figure out how to get this metal helmet off my head. I have captured an X-Men for you, Magneto. Quack. What happened to Magneto? Oops. The Scarlet Wench has done it again. Hexed the wrong person, that is. But don't worry, Magneto. I've got to hit the right one eventually. Wait, I give up. I surrender. In fact, I think I even quit. I've seen The Wizard of Oz enough times to know better than to fool around with witches. Say, her hex bounced off of my helmet and hit her. I'm going to give you such a zap with my hex power that your mouth will taste of Listerine for the next month. I think somebody just laid an egg. Oh no, this time I hit my own speeding sibling Pimento. I've turned him into a turtle. Oh well, maybe I can join famous recording group. Meanwhile, what of our hapless hero? Let me in. I quit. Don't even have to pay me. Open the door and I'll give you an autographed photo of an Artie Simic. And at the same moment, I'll fix your old lady. I'll fix you, old lady. Ooh, I'm back, Maggie, sweetie. You're a regular Elizabeth Arden. Suddenly, who can be original at this stage of the game? X-Men room. The giant spring and hurling me right back at the villains. Is this trip really necessary? Oh, the doorbell must have been booby-trapped. Oof, whatever happened to the good old days when I got to fight a bald guy in a wheelchair? We give up. We're going to the Brand X, where things are done in a neat, predictable way. You did it. You defeated Magneto. Yeah, he's got to be the grooviest thing that side of Michael J. Pollard. You have won a positively permanent place in our Halcyon hearts. If you can but punctually perform one more titanium butylatin task, that is. Right. All you got to do is make our dangerous room a safe place for us to bop and stomp. No more of this rough house stuff for us. Then as our fearless freedom fighter is led to the object of his final test, you mean all I have to do is make all these deadly, dangerous, murderous, bloodthirsty traps into a harmless playroom? It's as shockingly simple as that. That's what I was afraid of. Oh well, like Auntie Mayhem always says, try, and try again. Of course, she also always says, what, me work? However, knowing not the meaning of the word quit, or intelligence, reason, or common sense, or common horse sense, Irving presses on until, all right, fellow X-Men, the dangerous room is ready for you to try out. But gee, it would have been easier for me to join the M's. And as the anxious mutants rush to see what's happening, would you just believe, a fun and games room that definitely ain't. Forbidden Man is more dangerous to us than Magneto. Yipes, even the worst, the way Professor X always had it. Calamitously and congenitally correct, Marble Girl. And so, following an oh-so-timely power blackout, here we go again. We just got rid of one slave-driven leader, and we sure don't need another one. From now on, we don't want to try anything more strenuous than Chinese checkers. If you want to work out, look up Vic Tanny. Epilogue. And so it's decidedly dejected Forbush man who finally trudges wearily homeward. Well, I guess I may as well trudge wearily homeward. In my mood, I don't even want to argue with the comic book caption. No use fighting fate and anything she bites. At least I can take the scenic route. Keep it quiet, will you, Mac? I got my kid in the bathtub. Sorry, citizen. This very convenient protrusion reserved for Scaredevil. Soon, here I am, home sweet home at last. Now if I can only sneak in without my dear old auntie seeing me. Eek! A peeping Tom. Uh-oh. She saw me, and she doesn't realize I'm her very own beloved nephew. Spy on a lady, will you, you masher? Take that. Whoosh. Did you ever have just one of those days? I think I'll quit while I'm not too far behind. I think I'll take the long way home through a copy of Better Homes and Gargoyles. Group or no group, thank you. I'm going back to being a lone wolf. No, really, famous group would ever want me. I say, love you, get a nice sound of that helmet. Would you like to join our little group? Hey, the Beatles. Too bad, what? You know it. He'd have looked glitzy on my next album cover. My sweet Lord. Are you trying to tell us something, Paul? Whoa, we've just seen how the story comes out. Now let's back it up a bit and see how the whole Bagilla started. And then get you a high school diploma. Okay. Forbush Man, The Way Out Wonder. And now our pulse-pounding pistachio-flavored prologue. That's more like it. We've just seen how a snappy story ends. What price, Forbush Man? Did you ever get the feeling people are hostile towards you? If lost, return to Shmo Palooka. You know he's got a point. There's fellow supervillains. Just why are we ganging up on Forbush Man? We're the bad guys, ain't we? We gotta gang up on somebody. Who should it be? Me? Cunningly by Stan Lee again. Look at that. Oh yeah, now I remember. He's the one that made us all surrender back in the Ish 5. How do you know that, Bloom? I've got a subscription. What else? Uh-oh. My rope broke right over that open manhole. That's what I get for using Hand Me Down from Natman. Get him. Get the Forbush Man. Is that who we're rushing? I can't see out of my nutty helmet. Look out. We're gonna crash. And when the dust has cleared, Uncle would have believed Annie. All right. Break it up. Don't you know it's against the law to block traffic? Not to mention neatness and another triumph for justice. Soon the way out wonder is hurrying home in that approved superhero manner, Natch. Is it wonderful to hear the cheering throngs, the gratitude of the masses? Get off of my clothesline, you bum, before I clobber you with my peace rally sign. Yeah, look, Superman, Batman. Minutes later, at the Darling domicile, he shares with kindly old Annie Mayhem. Where you been, you bum? Get to work. Yes, Annie dear. And don't sass me, boy. I know my dear old Annie loves me, but she doesn't understand the problem a superhero faces. Nobody could expect maybe another superhero. Just look at the Fantastical Four on our new black and white TV. At least they can help each other with the housework. Say, there's an idea. If I joined a superhero group, I wouldn't be a lonely nebbish anymore. I'd be a nebbish with friends. What's that in the paper? It says here that 3 supergroups are looking for new members. That settles it. I'll join the first one of them that'll take me. Charlie America? Sheesh. But I've got to go figure some way to get past my Annie Mayhem. It'd break her heart if she knew I was running away. I've got it. How to get your low-life nephew to join the Peace Corps. Wouldn't want to upset her, so I'll sneak out this way while she's feeding her pet piranhas. Here, you little darlings. It's that mutt that kept buzzing the house in the Sopwith Camel. That must be Snoopy. Next, at the window. Oops, can't see it. Next, at the window, Honest Irv makes a typical graceful exit. Oops, wrong mag. Lucky I landed in this trash can, because this is where I left my costume. If I can find it, that is. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm the only superhero who knows about this trash can. Yeah, Captain America, Iron Man. And only 2.5 hours later, now to scurry over to the Revengers before subway station closes. But first to let the world know that Forbush Man is coming, a little of his theme music. Dum dum dum. Oh well, nobody's perfect. The Flightly Revengers, this Forbush. Another sideways step of Mary Marble's pecuniary pilgrimage to prosperity, or we'll do anything for a sawbuck. Even as our way out wonder stalks through this naked city, his eyes discreetly averted a sudden cry, a ringing out in the Halcyon homestead known as Revengers headquarters. Watch your language, Wiss, pant, pant. She's not wearing Black Panther. She's not swearing Black Panther. We're being attacked by our enemy from the future, Dang the Conqueror. I'll put the kibosh on him with my special Charlie de Gaulle arrow slice pockets. One shot and he'll think he's Napoleon after Waterloo. Sorry to arrive while you're reading your fan mail, people, but I've got lost on the freeway coming here from the future. I forgot to turn left at 1984. Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, Gene Colan. Colan. Enough of this social amenities. I've come to challenge any one member of the Revengers to a battle to the death, if not worse. I was just leaving to visit a sick aunt. I've got to meet you, old buddy Mean Arrow, and I was planning to take a little cat nap. I don't care which one of you I destroy as long as it's a revenger. Show up at the docks in half an hour or I'll come looking for all of you. And now I'm off. I have a date with Marie Antoinette to eat some cake. After that, I'm invited to Boston for a tea party, Natch. Oops, I almost forgot. My chompers. And what good's a supervillain without his clenched teeth? Then, as the diabolical dastard disappears, you didn't clue me in about him when I joined up. Now I know why Charlie America dropped out. Can I have my membership dues back? Are you out of your sandbox? What do you think we used to pay this month's rent at Boney Stark? Come on, let's get this wall fixed so we can figure out which Revenger is going to answer Dang's challenge. Okay, but it's past time for my Puss in Boots. Besides, maybe some superhero will answer our ad in the Daily Bagel. And we should live so long. Lately, we've come through every superhero this side of Mighty Mouse. Maybe it's our rigid standards for membership. What standards? Last week, we almost Doc Octopus joined. Except his parole board wouldn't let him. The Terrific 10. Saturday morning, and Adam and Evie are talking about what to do. Don't look now, Evie, but something's funny about this to our TV set. Adam, it's the Pink Panther, and he wants to come with us. He wants us to come with him. Wow, it's a whole new world. Never fear, Underdog is here. Come meet the Terrific 10, NBC's great new lineup. All right, we don't want to read that, do we? Okay, let's get back to the story. Sorry, Wispy, you'll have to talk louder. I can't hear the over all that music. Music? Where's that coming from? Hey, stop dancing around like that, Golightly. You should knock down the wall again? Don't be absurd, Hoagie. I made the mortar for this wall from the new secret formula. Nothing's going to knock it. Hello? You go to my head. What's the big idea? You some kind of nutty supervillain? Maybe even a little bug? Me, oh, heavens to hog, no. I came about your ad in the Help Wanted section. You did, huh? Ain't that just too bad? 'Cause when I get done with you, the only one around here that'll be needing help, any help, I go to pieces, is you. Got any words, bucket face, before you become the first satellite-wearing galoshes? What we have here is failure to communicate. Stop. What do you mean stop, Mad Mountain? You want I should grow up frustrated? But he's here to join up, to become a Revenger, to face our enemies such as the Grim Reaper, the Red Gardenia, and even Dang. I'll thank you to watch your language in the presence of a lady, sir. That's what the Wisp gets for talking with her mitts over her mouth. I'm down, hunk, so we can do the Revengers reassemble bit. And soon scrambling through the sprawling city, you're going to love it as a Revenger, Forby. Free lodging, grub paid for by the Boney Stark, and not to mention hot and cold running villains. Supervillains, that's what I'm really looking for. Now that I'm full-fledged Revenger, I'll get plenty of action. Before long at the docks. So this says that you've got a new Revenger, huh? Then he's the one I'll destroy. Pleased, I'm sure. Don't worry, Forby. We'll be behind you. Yeah, way behind you. Well, now I suppose you shake hands to go to our prospective corners and then come out fight. Wham! Nah, I'll just start out by bashing you with this mace, which I rented from Attila the Hun. This isn't quite according to the Hoyle. Leaping Locust, do something to stop the Way Out Wonder from being hurt by that mace of iron. I am doing something. I'm praying for Rust. Hoagie, isn't there some way you ought to help out? Well, we could notify his next of kin. Oop, I didn't know you supervillains played so rough. fella could get hurt this way. Nah. Huh. You are not worth bothering to kill. I feel rather the same way about myself. I'll send you on a little trip instead. I set the controls on my space-time ship to 1 million BC. You're going back, clown, back to the dawn of time. Couldn't you make it a little later, maybe, like the moon of time? I've already had brunch, but alas, his pleadings are no avail, and the next moment our nebbish of members is hurling backwards through the swinging centuries. And I don't even have time to take out any flight insurance. I wonder if my Blue Cross covers this. Then, exactly 1 million years earlier, what a strange bird that falls from the sky. Oh, stop it with that. Me Tarzan, you Jane type of dialogue, Ferd? Ain't you got no couth? Maybe it has more strangers from the future side. Could be. Still, if we get one more that looks like Imogene Coca, I seem to be lost. Be surely to some kind of soul. But as the superhero Schmale emerges from the ship, and then again, maybe they won't, I think they're trying to tell me something. I better just press a button and hope. And as fate and anti-violence comics code would have it, look, it's Forbush Man coming back. Hooray, yeah! Now he can pay his dues. See here, if you fellows are going to defeat me, would you hurry up about it? Julius Caesar asked me to attend the Senate opening with him tomorrow. Way out wonder, you've done the Revengers a great service. By you sterling example, you invited us to fight Dang the Conqueror. We're making you a Revenger for life. Gosh, looks like I made good with the first group. You know, kiddo? Now, gang way, Forby, while we send Dang back to the future. Good, but whatever you do, don't press any of the buttons. Oh, well, I tried. Sniffle. Now I'm more alone than ever, 'cause the controls of the ship were set for eternity, and it'll never stop going. And I'm not really officially a Revenger at all. They forgot to sign my membership certificate in triplicate. Well, nothing to do but go look to my second prospect, the Agents of Sheesh. At least I've got a nice, brilliant sunset to walk off into. Now, if only I'd remember to bring my sunglasses. As the Meshuggah Marvel treads off, little does he know that further astonishing adventures await him, because his mind is clean, his heart is pure, and mainly we've got 13 more pages to fill before we can cut for coffee. Nick Furious, Agent of Sheesh, and the Dragon cried Forbush. Maybe a costume group like the Revengers isn't my style. I'll probably be much more at home with Sheesh if I can find them. Keep it down, you old bricks. Somebody's coming. It might be one of your yellow paws creeps, ah? Shut up, dump, all your time yanking. Did you hear that, Jimmy? Woohoo? Quiet, man. They're playing sukiyaki on the oldies, but goodies. When he rounds the corner, I'll blast him. Then we can take him in for questioning. And now, before all the above dialogue gives you eye strain, turn the page and let's give you a heartbreak. Ads. Reach. Anybody that'll walk on the streets, New York after dark's got to be a spy. After 5 days, return to S-Clause. I knew it. Hear him talking in code? Now, just hold still while I clue you in on your constitutional rights. Hey, this suit is Japanese import. You were right. Knock this fancy gadget. What's name slips my mind. Shows he's a spy. Not to mention, he also has smelly socks. Say, I recognize you. You're Nock Furious, War Comics hero, and also Agent of Sheesh. Don't you know it? Ain't polite to point? How do I know that finger ain't loaded? I can't believe it. You're one of my teen idols. Right up there with Bonnie and Clyde. Yeesh, an autograph hound This I needed. Imagine, Knock Furious, idol of millions, protector of the world, bosom buddy of Jim Serenko. I think I'm going to be sick. Wait, he may be just the man I'm looking for to infiltrate the lair of Yellow Paw. Is that all? Then Forbush man stands ready to heed your call and even help if he can. I am Walrus, Goo Goo Gajoo. Well, you ain't no Maxwell Smart, but go to it, kid, and if you loose slip, I'll only murder you, unless I get merciful and just have you tortured. Now get cracking. And so moments later, just around the corner, stand back, doers of evil and also bad things. Forbush man, agent of Sheesh, is on his way. James Bond himself couldn't have made a better entrance. Why don't you get that pot off your head so you can see where you're going? Holy Matsy tongue. Here comes another load of that crazy lead underwear. Here's my laundry. Write it up for me while I look around for clues. That is really the hideout of the Yellow Paw. Yellow Paw? What give idea like that? Are my cloaks ready? I gotta fight the FF today. Excusing me, please, honorable sir. Very important customer here. Light this way, sir. And remember, no starch. Using this machine, please, Dr. Loom. Something strange seems to be going on here. Don't forgetting to deposit your quarter, please. I could swear I'm missing something. Clunk, slam. What was that all about? Could I see an instant replay? So sorry, sir, but you can see manager. We'll be saying hello to honorable boss lady. Please, Sue Wannabe. Full name, Sue Wannaliver. That's the nicest thing anybody's said to me in a long time. Come here, cutie. Or, what's shaking, big boy? Oh, nothing at all, beautiful lady. It's just that you remind me of my favorite movie star, namely Phyllis Diller. Later, much later. It's all okay, Colonel. There's nothing suspicious in there. They have a lot of other things going for them, but nothing suspicious. All okay, huh? Nothing suspicious? Oh, yeah. Then they must be making Gene Shrimpton lipstick commercials. How'd you ever guess? This time, Kettle Dummy, we're doing the right thing. You're going back in there with me in this bag. Then I clobber you, okay? So I won't tell you. But what if I do and told you I love you? And what if I told you I couldn't help you arrest the girl of my dreams? Then I clobber you. Soon back at the laundry, I don't want to do this, but I must. Why can't I be a nice, simple brand Ek hero? With no hang-ups except marble hand-me-downs. Hello, big boy. Found some more laundry already? Just a few odds and ends, mostly cigars and eye patches. I can't bear to look her in the eye. Besides, my helmet's stuck on sideways. Why so gloomy, short light, and scrawny? Well, take good care of your threads. So have friendly giant stand in guard of washer. You know, I got hunch it's action time, mainly 'cause my shirt's starting to rip. Then just count 'em one panel later. You've had it, you crumbs. You know you do laundry for Allie, for all of my Marvel supervillains. We're running you in soon. You lead us to the Yellow Paw. This honorable agent of Sheesh is getting honorable heck out of here. I know it ain't World War II anymore, but everybody gets nostalgic every once in a while. Take that, you rats. Any other classy type fight exclamations? Then faster than you can say gold, brickin', chicken, scratching, dog, licking, etc. Reach paw, old Furious is wise to your game. Girk, I told you we should have followed warnings of honorable Ouija board. Don't look now, but Halloween's over and the great pumpkin didn't show. I mean curses. Hoblin, Hobbit, Suwani, the Yellow Paw. It can't be, but it is. I'd better leave before something else goes wrong. My first true love, a supervillain. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Frankly, faithful one, we kind of suspect this panel speaks for itself, Crunk. Then, when the lights come on, and don't come back, but we'd love for you to work for Hydra, stupid. I've been given a dishonorable discharge from Sheesh. This means the X-Men won't have me. It's back to being an underpaid non-entity at Mercenary Marble. Whew, the end. That was pretty long, I thought. Well, I hope you kind of enjoyed my crummy reading of Crazy, because it definitely was crazy. Once again, if you like this book and you want to buy it for yourself, it's available on my eBay webpage, papas-comic-books. Until next time, you have a good time. Hit like, hit dislike, whatever you like. We'll see you around.